Hello, chess friends. We're going to be streaming some bughouse tonight. I'm going to jump right in the random pool. If anyone wants to partner me, let me know. I'll partner anyone, any rating, as long as we can be on a voice chat. This is an odd move. Maybe I shouldn't give this. I think I should limit trades. This king is a little bit out in the open. So if he takes that, I have knight check. Take this one first. Oh, this guy's sacking a lot. Okay. So as long as I don't give the queen, we should be in good shape. The knight, okay. I think a knight is okay. I don't have to give it. Could just go. Well, I probably should give it. Alright, my guy is not moving at all, and I don't really understand why. We're just gonna roll out some moves. Oh my god, he's so unsafe. Why is he playing like this? Is he trying to lose? I hate it. Okay, now he's a little bit safer. Interesting. I just need to keep this guy alive, basically. We're just going to try to trade as little as possible. You gonna hang his knight? Probably. Oh, he's gonna hang a bishop instead. This is this guy trying to lose? Like, seriously. Let me look at his profile. Does he know how to play chess? Has he ever played a chess game in his life? Apparently this guy has played chess, but he still hangs all of his pieces. I don't get it. Why do people play like that? Well, at least we got a W. This guy, is this the same guy? He hung his queen again. Why do people play like this? It's so bad. I'm gonna ask him, can you try not hanging your queen? Just one game. He's just making a conscious effort to hang pieces. Don't understand it. Okay, well now he's trading the queen. That's good, I guess. But he's still probably dead. Okay. Oh, this is a bad move. You could just take it. But he didn't. His partner living. That's always the question. Can I live through this? I guess I should just be safe. So you have to take that. I don't know if my partner has ever made a defensive move in his life. Can I just take this? It is your move. He might not know it's his move, so I'm just gonna tell him. I think this is mate, but what do I know? This guy, he's trying to lose. All right, I'm blocking him for sure after this. Yeah, I never want to partner him again. All right, back in the pool. So here, like, if he steps this way, it's made him one. He can't take because of this, so he has to go up. I think I have knight check. So queen takes. No, queen can't even take because of the yeah. So knight check, and then no matter where he goes, queen here is mate next. So this is just mate in two. It's forced. All my partner had to do was make any move. Any move. And by the way, this was after he hung a queen early in the game and like hung 5 pieces. And I still managed to get a winning position. He's doing okay so far over there. He really needs to develop some of these dudes, but hasn't made any mistakes yet. Don't want to hang this dude. To retreat him. This worries me. Because the sack is probably going to happen. Well, push. Okay. It is your move. Pawn at f6. Come on, dude, go. It's just gonna get worse the longer he sits. It's so hard. Alright, I guess I don't want to trade things. This king is surprisingly safe. Oh, it's gonna get less safe if he doesn't deal with this. And it looks like he's gonna give me nothing to work with. Alright, so a pawn is good, a rook is good, a bishop's good. But like, his position is Swiss cheese. And his opponent is well defended, even though not well developed. Okay, this is a decent move. Attacking some things. Although I'm worried, like, pawn at d3, pawn takes, and like pawn in here could be bad. Or even pawn check, then take, then pawn here. Come on, what are you doing? Move. Take stuff. This is so frustrating. How come I have no rating? Because chess.com has a bug where it thinks that I haven't played any games because I've only played 60,000 bughouse games. That's not enough for that. Alright, this guy says, shut the F up. Okay, blocked. Alright, let me just go ahead and block him. And I guess we might as well resign because we have no chance to win in this one. Logic, if you want a partner, let me know. I'm looking for a partner on voice. Because all these people have been awful so far. Do we take that? Nah, we'll just stay safe. I like what he's doing so far. He's grabbed the center. Hope he doesn't sack though. It's a terrible sack. He should just develop. This is reasonable. Making a threat. Okay. I could attack the bishop, or I could just go here. Let's just do this. And if he sacks, there's not really a follow-up. Oh, this guy's getting aggressive. Queen trade on offer. I think he like wins material there. So my queen guards this square, although a knight would be annoying. We're just gonna retreat. Well, am I gonna retreat? Maybe I attack. You know, might as well attack. Although he is kind of vulnerable. He really should get this knight out so the rook guards the back rank. Knight c3, maybe. Or you could take the knight, I guess. Oh, okay. He just won immediately with that queen. I guess that works. So one more game, I get to see my rating. Hey, blowerd. Yeah, we can partner. Are you on Discord, or how do we communicate? Discord, Skype, Zoom, anything like that'll work. Here's my Discord. Alright, I guess we'll just keep pushing. He seems to be doing okay over there. Alright. Well. I should have something here, but I don't really see it. We'll just make a way to move. Okay, he has a queen trade on offer, so I'm going to start attacking. There's the queen. And we'll put it right here. No, I cannot watch your video. So yeah, so blowerd, are you on my Discord server? Let me see if anyone's joined recently. New people. Are you random nerd, or is that someone else? Hey, Nicholas Dice. Oh, this guy keeps spamming his video. Okay, we'll just ban you then. No worries. Yeah, blowerd, you can voice call me. Are you on Discord, or are we doing it somewhere else? You're blowerd on chess.com. Okay. Let me change the stream title. Yeah, so blowerd, what is, in a direct message. Oh, there you are. Okay. Let's see, add friend and accept DM and we'll call. All right. And let's see. Send you a partnership.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can
nice.
you hear me?
I can. I need to pump up my volume a little, but that's fine.
Well, I'd say good evening to all your viewers, but from the United Kingdom, I'd say good morning, really.
Yeah, I love the accent. Always good to hear interesting accents.
Very posh, isn't it?
Very
this is
posh.
just my normal voice. It's not even.
Yeah, I know. the normal voice is cooler than my normal voice. So I sent you a partnership on chess.com. Did you get it?
So Chuck Moulton wants to partner for you for doubles. Tick.
Nice. All right. So I'll press the play button, but after I press it the first time, you can press it subsequent times. Like there'll be a pop-up at the end of the game, and you can press it.
Okay. So first game, you're white and I'm black. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So just kind of warn me before queen trades. Otherwise, things should be fine. If you ever need a move suggestion, you could just ask. There, you could just take the pawn. Pawn takes pawn. It's fine. And then you could either take it or you could develop something else. Is fine. Yeah, that looks good. I like that move. And here at like queen f6. Queen f6, you're like double attacking that.
So my question
is, then
do
like
you think
pawn at f4 is pretty good there.
Pawn at f4.
Attacking the bishop. New pawn at f4. Attacking his.
Oh, you've got me a pawn. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What was your question? My
question was, do you think it's worth going for Scholar's Mate in this in Bughouse?
It sometimes works if your opponent is really low rated, but I would just play solid development moves. Here you can play bishop takes knight and then knight takes, and you're winning a pawn, and your knight's in a great place.
Takes pawn, can't you?
Yeah, knight takes pawn. I think you take with knight because now you're attacking c2, and
I've got to check here, haven't I?
And then maybe you can do something to c2 there. I could try to get you another knight. So another option, here's the knight. You could put a knight on c2 to check him, and then, well, I guess he only has one option. Maybe you could pawn check him, a new pawn in, or you could just take his rook. They both look pretty good.
I'll take the rook.
Oh, this might not have been a great move.
I'm thinking about pawn to f.
Maybe save your queen first. So queen. Okay, yeah. Queen c. Well, this is a little complicated actually. Let me just mate him up. But before we go on the next game, maybe we should think about what you could do here. So the problem is if knight takes your queen, it's with check. So you probably want to check here.
Yes.
Yeah, you might even want to sack a pawn, like pawn at e3, and then pawn takes, and maybe you displace this knight, maybe you displace this king. I don't know. I didn't see anything necessarily concrete, but I think if you tickle him a little bit, he'll probably make a mistake.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, so you should have a pop-up at the end of the game. It should say new 3 minutes and rematch, so you can click the new 3 minutes there.
Yep, okay.
There we go.
Okay, I am white this time. Up against a 700.
So if you don't mind me asking, what is your chess rate in?
My over-the-board rating in, say, real chess is 1500, but my bughouse rating is
Isn't that an accomplishment
1072.
in Great Britain? I thought in Great Britain they didn't have a zero. It was like it'd be like 150 or something like that. Or am I mistaken? The
Oh,
British system.
queen mates. If you can get a queen, I've got mate in one.
Hold on. Just drop a pawn at f7 and then play pawn takes knight after that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my opponent has moved his f-pawn.
Actually, don't take his knight. If he plays king up, you can put a new knight on f5, and that's checkmate. New knight on f5 is checkmate.
f5, yeah. Excellent.
Great job.
2 out of 2.
Yeah.
So my rating on over the board in England is 1550, which is a sort of decent rating, I suppose. The same as USCF,
that's pretty good.
My bughouse rating is 1072, and I think I'm underrated. My opponent is going for scholar's mate here. Do you want me to play queen to f6?
I would just play knight f6, but your queen move is fine too.
Thanks for the extra knight.
It's just in general. In general, queens are not good on my board. In this particular game, it doesn't matter, so it would have been fine. Yeah. But in general, I prefer to hold the queen trades. So you should get that king's bishop out somewhere. You could put it on e7 or on c5. Those are good squares for your king's bishop to move to.
C5,
yeah, there you go. And you can take with your d pawn, and that activates your queen and your bishop. So now you're in pretty good shape over there. All right. So.
You think I should go new knight on d?
Put a new. Actually, just bishop takes pawn. That's a free pawn. Bishop takes pawn.
On f2.
Yeah, bishop takes pawn check, and if he takes with king, you have knight takes pawn to fork the queen.
Aha, yes.
So okay. Just now you get a free queen there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you could just take the queen, and you might even have mate pretty soon thereafter. Oh, that's a free pawn. So you could take that. Probably bishop not with the king, but either the bishop or either way is fine for you. Let's see. We take this. So yeah, just kind of check him every move until checkmate happens.
Okay.
For example, you could move your existing bishop to e6 maybe, and that activates your queen.
And that is a discovered check, yeah. So my bughouse rating, I think I'm low rated because
queen to d4. Queen d4 looks pretty good
to facts. Yep.
Yeah, you're definitely underrated. You're doing a good job there. Yeah, it can be tough playing in the random pool because you're kind of at the mercy of your partners sometimes.
Due to the fact I've got so many opponents that deliberately lose games.
Yeah, I think you mean partners. I think it's
even worse at the level that I'm at.
Yeah, for sure. So c2 seems like a weakness for him. So maybe bishop to f5 to attack the weakness.
Yeah.
And then I could try to get you a pawn or a knight for c2.
That'd be good.
Oh, he created another weakness. So yeah, you can wait for a pawn or knight. Here's a pawn. You can put a pawn on c2 and win a piece.
C2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
c2. Don't worry about his king quite yet. You can get to that later.
Do
I
I
would
take the knight?
Yeah, I just grab the knight.
Yeah. Okay.
And if he takes with queen, then you take it. If he takes with rook, you could just ignore that and maybe develop a piece. So you could play knight f6, or you could play h6 to get his bishop out of there. Yeah, knight f6 I like. And you eventually want to get it to, okay, if you take with your e pawn, now all of a sudden you're launching some pieces. That seems like a free pawn.
Thanks for knight. Should I took with bishop? I probably should have done.
I think what you did was fine.
Oh, you've won. Well done.
Yep, well done. So we might not gain many points here just because I'm so high rated, but well, at least
Is that why I'm not going up in rating?
Yeah, but we'll learn some stuff in the process, so it's fine.
Okay, I thought we'd had all games unrated or something.
No, it's rated, but it's kind of a free roll for them. Yeah, I would bring your king's bishop out somewhere, either to e7 or to c5, depending on whether you want to be defensive or aggressive. Then you could either play knight f6 or you could play d6. Partner, are you there? Did I lose you? I don't see you saying anything. Maybe you disconnected. Oh, okay. Now you went. Partner, are you still there? I haven't heard from you in a bit.
Hello, Chuck. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I didn't hear you for a bit there. You could play bishop takes knight, or you could play knight d4. They're both good.
Yeah, both of them. Right, I'm thinking of playing. Oh, hang on, I've got them.
Watch out! Don't get scholars mated. Yeah, there you go.
Considering that's one of my tactics myself to use on this, yeah.
They're using your own tactics against you. What a jerk. Here you could just castle.
Yeah. Okay. I did a bishop. Do you want me to play knight d4 or maybe a new knight on d4?
Maybe a bishop on h5 could be an idea. Bishop on h5 to attack the queen.
Oh yeah, okay.
And the idea there is hopefully he'll just move the queen away somewhere, and then okay, now you can play bishop takes bishop, because now you have more defenders on there. So take with rook, and then you can take with king, and you're totally fine there.
Pawn to h6.
Now I like your knight move to move your knight to d4 to attack the queen.
Okay, a new knight or the current knight
I
on
think
c6?
the current knight. You can save the new knight for later.
Yeah. Okay. Shall I play the fork?
Maybe. Okay.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, I jumped the gun there.
No,
A little
it's
bit
fine. It's fine.
overexcited.
Let me see. Okay, so now you can put a new knight on e2, and it's a good thing you saved your knight for later. Knight on e2 check, and you can win a queen.
Yep.
And here, maybe pawn at f4. Or you can move your knight to h5. Knight h5 looks fun too.
Knight h5. I'll go with the check with the existing piece first, but you've won, so well done.
Yeah, so, and the idea there is you discovered a bishop attack where you could win as bishop.
Yeah. Okay, I gain some rating if we win this game.
Oh, nice. Let's win then.
Hey, my opponent has shifted his knight everywhere.
Well, maybe develop your bishops at this point.
Yeah. Let's go for the queen straight away.
You could trade those bishops and then develop your other bishop, I guess.
Yeah.
You have an undeveloped bishop you want to move somewhere. Yeah, that's a good place for it. Let's see, I suppose I go here. And here. You could castle, or you could play h3 or a3 or something like that. You just save your bishop.
Yeah. I think I'll go there.
Seems reasonable. So maybe h3 makes sense here. Kick the bishop,
Yeah.
then queen takes, because you want to keep your pawn structure good.
Hmm. I've played d5 and do you think
Maybe a
d2
new knight on f5, now that f5 isn't guarded anymore,
f5?
attacking the queen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you're also, yeah, you could just actually maybe another knight on g4, attacking the queen again, and you're just getting more pieces on the board every move while he runs his
Yeah.
queen around. That's great for us. And um, let's see, you could even maybe sack here. You could put a bishop on h6.
h6. Yeah. Okay. The idea being g takes bishop
Yeah,
means I
your
can
g knight can take that pawn.
g knight. Right, okay.
And now pawn or bishop mates, right? Bishop at g7.
Yes, surely it does. Yep, it does.
Okay, great job. Hey, Shadow Eagle.
Excellent.
Hope you're doing well. Oh, we got some points. Nice.
Yeah, so I've actually gained a bit of rating now.
Nice.
Um,
So you could either take that or you could develop a piece to defend it. You have options.
oh,
Yeah, now maybe
I'll
tempo
go.
the queen. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
That's an excellent move. So maybe bishop to e7, something like that.
yeah, okay.
And now here are like d5. You can push your d pawn. So it disconnects the queen from the knight, and you're also attacking the queen. So that seems advantageous for us.
Obviously, take the bishop
Yeah,
because I'm in
take his
check.
pawn, sure. So watch out because he's attacking g7, but you can probably find a way to do something about that.
Yeah, do you think bishop f6?
Um, yeah, bishop f6 seems reasonable to me. Or you could put a knight at e6 is another possibility. Okay, let's see. Well, let's go here. Okay, that's maybe just move your bishop away somewhere. Let's see, I guess I take this. Okay, maybe new knight at e6 to attack the queen. Hmm. Probably have something here. I don't quite see it though. Let's try this.
You actually get to hear someone speak elegantly for once.
Yeah.
Thinking about moving my original knight to
Maybe just rook to b8 to activate your rook could be an idea.
Yeah, okay. Then I was thinking about bishop a6 to sort of get it on that long diagonal.
Yeah, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I like it. We are down a bit of time, so you probably need to roll out some chess moves. You can find some good chess ideas over there.
Right, okay, yeah. I'm going to go.
Yep, seems good. You could just retreat your knight to e6, I guess. And then rook takes queen if he takes your queen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think queen trade might be unavoidable for me. That said, if you can get me a queen, I think I have mate, but maybe I don't.
Okay. Good to know.
Maybe I do. No, I think a queen mate. If I put a queen on f1,
I don't think I can get you a queen, unfortunately. Maybe you could pawn check and go from there. Pawn check looks pretty good, actually.
Maybe a rook would do.
Yeah, I can't get you a rook because we're down time, so just pawn check him.
Oh shoot!
Just roll up moves. You have a good position. So just roll up moves. I don't think my guy's going to move again, so you're just going to need to lay out some moves here. Yeah, just keep moving. Any move is fine. Just keep moving. Do not stop. This is bullet. Just roll up moves. Just make instant moves. It doesn't matter what the move is. It's a great move. Okay, my bad. Yeah, moved a little too slowly there. But yeah, so just you're doing good in the openings. Just roll out moves. Should be okay. You still there? You haven't talked in a bit.
Unavailable, which shouldn't be.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Sorry about that. I think we lost connection for a moment there.
Okay. Yeah, they seem to be back though. Interesting. I guess I take this.
Knight on c2 I was thinking of. It's check.
Yeah, I like it. That sounds good.
And I win the rook.
Yeah. So one thing to keep in mind for bughouse for the future is that a rook and a knight are worth the same amount. So the piece values in bughouse are a pawn is 1.
Yeah.
Every other piece is 2 and a queen is 4. So I mean, your move is fine, but it's an even trade. It doesn't win something. But I mean, it's still good. So
Okay.
might as well do it. Yeah, you could take his rook because it's gonna displace his queen, and then
Just
maybe
queen.
queen at c2 looks promising.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You could just play bishop takes c3, and then if he plays
Yeah.
pawn takes, you're gonna have pawn at b2 to just tickle him a little bit there.
D2. Oh, no,
Oh,
you've won.
okay.
So
Well,
well
I
done.
guess in that case, you could just play bishop takes bishop. I assumed you would take it.
Yeah.
So great job. So pieces are good here. Just roll out some moves. Any trades are good. D4 is good. Push your D pawn up too. To attack the bishop.
D4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, move your bishop to D2. So you have great development. Knight takes bishop. Then you can develop your undeveloped bishop somewhere. Yeah, you should be able to just take that.
Yeah.
You could move your existing queen to E2 to develop it.
Yeah.
Hold a queen. Queen is actually bad. Maybe you could save your bishop. You could check him or you could move back. Either one is good. Suppose I take that. Oh, he's created dark square weaknesses. Now you can ignore your bishop. Maybe put a new bishop on G3. G3 near your king. G3 controls the dark square diagonal there. So now
Yeah.
you're hidden.
Okay. Yeah.
You're hidden C7 and you're hidden D6.
And then,
Both of which
and I was
is
thinking of
fun.
putting a knight on one of those two squares.
Yeah, or you could put a pawn. A pawn on C7 looks pretty crushing.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Great
And
feed.
you've won.
Yep.
I think I had mate in a few moves.
Yeah, you're doing great there. But when you hand me a free queen, generally things will go our way. Great development. There, usually I would just castle.
Yeah.
Then you can try to develop your knight and your bishop.
Yeah, so I was thinking of D3 and then bishop somewhere, maybe G5 to pin the knight.
Sure.
In your opinion, Chuck, do you think you should just play normally in Bughouse?
Yeah,
As if you
in general, I think you should just make normal development moves.
Yeah.
Until you have a lot
As
of
if
pieces
you
in
haven't
hand.
got a partner, for
Right.
instance.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if they move the knight, I'm sure I've got checkmate.
Yep.
Not that knight.
Well, here you can start sacking. You can play bishop takes pawn check, and then kind of go in there.
Yeah, okay.
And if he takes it, you could just throw in like a pawn check or something like that.
Something like pawn
yeah,
to Eve.
pawn at d6, or sorry, pawn at e6 check. And if he takes with knight, then you've displaced the scary piece. So That's good for you anyway.
And then I was thinking of, it depends what they do, but a knight on D5.
You could put a bishop on d5 to pin his knight.
Oh yeah.
And then bishop takes knight, I guess.
Yeah, bishop takes
Bishop
knight.
takes e6, I should say.
Yeah.
And here, I think you want to pin it again, but you want to be careful not to draw it if he plays knight takes bishop. Oh, okay, he didn't. Okay. Well, now that's different. You could put a bishop on h3 because it checks him and it also helps you defend a little bit. Let's see. Well.
Do you think another pawn on e6?
Yeah, pawn on e6 is good. I like it.
And then if he does,
If he takes it, you can just take the knight. If he plays knight takes pawn, you can play bishop takes knight.
yeah. I mean, I've been looking at queen f5 for a while. Obviously, I haven't been able to play it yet, but queen mates.
Oh, it does. A queen mates. Okay. I'll go for it. Maybe you can wait. Yeah, we're up a lot of time, so
Yeah, okay.
you can
I'm just going to sit and wait.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm not demanding much. Just a queen, please.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can get it for you. But in the meantime, let's look for some funny moves. So let's see. You could play. Maybe that doesn't work. Okay, let me just get you this queen. Queen comes next move.
Yeah, that's fine. And we're up on time, so they can't stall. Excellent.
Yep. Great job.
Hello to Shadow Eagle in the Twitch chat. You can follow me on Twitch as well, you know.
Oh, do you stream? Do you stream
Cheeky
chess?
shout out to myself. Sometimes I stream normal chess, and sometimes I
Okay,
stream.
watch out, because he may be able to sack. You can put a new knight at d6. Looks pretty good for you.
Knight d6. Yeah, okay.
So you're defending f7, and you're also attacking his bishop. But just be careful because he has a bunch of pieces in hand already. So,
knight takes bishop.
Maybe a new bishop at h5 to defend defend f7 some more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so he's attacking a knight that doesn't matter. You could move that knight to a5, I guess. I think I like knight a5, and now you're double attacking his bishop.
Yeah. Okay. So it forks
he
his
does
bishops.
have he does actually have pawn takes e5, which gets a little bit tricky, but he didn't see it. Okay, so I think that knight that's on a5 doing nothing should take one of those bishops, probably the c4 one. So your knight on a5 on the rim that's doing nothing should dispose of one of his attacking pieces. Are you there, partner? I think you may have disconnected again. Okay, yeah, that works.
Hello, Chuck.
Hey.
I've done knight takes bishop in the absence of a voice call.
Yeah, that was what I suggested anyway.
Right. And then knight takes other bishop?
Can you wait a little bit to let me get a little bit safer? Actually, yeah, knight takes other bishop. Knight takes other bishop is fine. You can give a knight, but try to avoid giving rooks.
All right.
Okay, so now you actually have maybe some initiative. You could try a new knight at h4.
h4. Yeah. Okay.
So if he takes your knight, you could take his queen. Although my position is pretty vulnerable, so I might have to have you sit at some point here. Yeah, in fact, you should probably not move no matter what he does, so that I can get a little bit safer here. My king is kind of running.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's just
on time anyway.
Yeah, we're up loads on time. Yeah, UK baller is definitely very underrated. Yeah, I think you could sit for like the rest of the game, and I can liquidate some of this stuff.
Okay.
When you go, which will probably be never, but if you did go, then you would probably play bishop takes knight. But let's wait on that for like a long time.
Okay.
You can go. I'm safe.
Menno's. Oh, okay.
Everything's fine.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Yeah, I just had to roll out some moves at the end. So time is basically the only way we're ever going to lose.
Young UK baller.
You can either double take b5, or you could sack your bishop on f7 if you want to attack, since you do already have pieces in hand.
Oh, let's go.
So it's up to you. Okay, yeah, that's good. Then move your existing knight to g5.
The existing knight to g5. Yep. Okay, and we've got.
And now just pawn check. Yeah, pawn check. You don't need a queen. You have pawn check, and then new knight at f5. This is a common maiden pattern.
Yeah, thank you.
Great job. Watch out, we're trading queens. Oh, that's okay. Put a new knight on d6. Knight on d6.
D6, right.
Okay. Now a new knight on f4.
F4. I can find that square. Yep.
Okay. Now maybe maybe just develop your knight to f6, your undeveloped knight.
Yeah. And then I was wondering whether I should go for a pawn on.
Now your f6 knight can take the free pawn on e4.
Yeah. Something along the lines of pawn to e2, which is maybe that doesn't work.
No, I think that's defended a few times. You have to be a little bit careful there. Let's see.
Knight takes bishop. The d6 knight to take the.
Maybe you could just sack. Knight takes f2. Looks pretty good for you.
Knight takes f2. Okay.
And now move your existing knight to e4.
Yeah.
And you have to be a little bit careful here. Let's see what he does before you do anything else here.
Do I have queen to f2 mate?
No, because he can take your knight. Here I like pushing your d-pawn to d5. Push your pawn to d5, so you attack the bishop, you defend your knight, and if he just takes the pawn, you could play queen takes bishop. Okay, now your idea probably... all right, actually, hold on. Now we're actually in some trouble because a knight mates me, so you can't give a knight. But I think you need to retreat your knight that's on f4. So you can retreat that knight to g6.
G6, okay.
Okay, so we're going to have to be a little careful here. We're going to have to go move by move to make sure we're not losing a knight. But if you don't lose a knight, then we're in good business. Okay, now new bishop at h6 check. New bishop at h6 check. So you've defended your g-pawn. Okay, now you have pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes f4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think you can play pawn takes bishop.
Yeah.
And now you're threatening queen at f2 again.
Yeah.
But again, move slowly and carefully. Okay, now hold on. Let's think about this. I think you actually play pawn takes the free bishop on c4.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now maybe pawn at d3. So remember, a knight mates me, so we're going move by move. Pawn at d3 check. So we're up time, so don't move fast. Let's move very slowly here. All right, so now hold on. You can't move because a knight mates me immediately and he's forking two knights. So let's just sit at this point. Actually, you can put a new bishop at f2. New bishop at f2 check. And then pawn takes bishop if he takes that.
Yeah.
I think that mates for you.
Okay.
Okay, great job.
We've won on time.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for keeping me alive. I got myself in a risky position over here. You could just take that, and then you can tempo his queen if he moves, if he takes it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Perfect.
Scandinavian opening there.
Do not give a queen. So you can move your bishop to e2.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking of knight f3 and just castling.
I like d4 here to attack the queen.
Okay, yeah.
And then just keep tempoing the queen. Let's throw some diagonals. Maybe bishop at g3, because it helps you defend a little bit.
To g3, yep.
Let's see what I do here. Maybe this even. Yeah, so now you can develop your knights and your bishops. Maybe your other bishop can go to f4. Then you have a bishop battery. You don't see bishop batteries much in chess, but they are fun in bughouse.
I guess unless you under-promote a bishop, it never actually happens in real chess. I'm thinking of d5 here.
I'm losing a queen, but I think I can maybe win it back. Just hold a rook, I guess. Oh, yeah, you can play bishop takes pawn near his queen.
Okay, yeah.
And, well, let's see. You could maybe... Actually, I'm not sure about that. Maybe just get your undeveloped knight to f3. your G1 knight can go to F3, and then you're putting an extra defender on D4. Partner, did you disconnect again? Partner, you there? Partner, knight F3. There we go. Partner, I need you to come back. This is like a critical move here.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so now you can play. Your bishop can retreat to take that pawn.
Yeah. Okay. And then if knight takes, I can take with the other bishop, or with the knight.
Yeah, you probably take with the other bishop there, but I mean they're both okay. Let's see. I guess we'll go here. Okay, you could drop a knight at C7 check. That looks pretty good.
Knight C7 check. Yeah.
And I think you just take the rook for free.
Yeah. Okay.
You just take the bishop.
Bishop D6 check.
Maybe a new bishop. You could put a new bishop on C5 check.
C5. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because then if he wants, he can interpose a piece, then you can just take it. And if he doesn't interpose a piece, then you have that square for your knight. So you can knight check him. Just roll out moves. Any move is fine.
Yep, I've won by checkmate.
Okay, great job.
Okay, I think I'm playing against Magnus Carlsen here, so we might lose this match.
Okay, maybe bishop to... You can move your bishop to C5.
Yeah, okay. Does that not lose a knight, or...?
Yeah, it's fine if you have to lose a knight. Not a big deal.
Okay.
Probably knight takes pawn, or pawn takes pawn, or bishop takes. I think they're all good.
I'll take with the knight. It
Okay.
was attacked anyway.
Yep, fair enough. And then you can take that knight somehow. I think any way works.
Okay, he's attacking my f7 square.
He's not, because his pawn is in the way. So I think
Yeah.
I think you're fine for now.
Should I play queen f6?
It's up to you. If you think
then.
that would be best, you can do it.
Let's go for scholars, mate. It's not something I try in real chess, but another question I had in general about Bughouse was, where do you think is best to place pawns? Because I always try and place them on the 7th rank, so they're nearly at promotion.
Yeah, that seems like a good place for them. It kind of depends on the situation, but yeah, that's nice find. So pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn,
yeah.
and then hold on. Don't move for a little bit.
Okay.
I would like to fix something real quick. Just give me like one more move to fix this. Let's keep holding on because I have a possible idea here. Okay, play bishop takes pawn.
Bishop takes pawn, okay.
And then knight takes knight.
Yeah.
And now you have a knight in hand, so put a knight on c2 to check him.
Which is check, isn't it?
Yep.
And I win the queen, don't I? Yep.
Yep. Now you're threatening pawn check. We'll see if he defends. Okay, he did kind of defend. Let me see.
A new bishop I was thinking of at, say, b4.
Yeah, that was fun. I like it.
And then I can take the knight, I suppose, and then play the pawn check we were discussing earlier.
Yeah, take the knight. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to retreat my bishop, I
Let me see.
think.
Am I living? Knight check there. Knight check there. I think I am living. This might be a little too bold, but okay. You can save your bishop. Just move it back somewhere.
Yeah.
And you can save it again. You could maybe back to e7.
Yeah.
And at some point you want to get d5 in to launch your other bishop. Yeah, I like d5 here now.
d5, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so then you can play bishop to f5, and you've got another piece in the game. And you could just wait a second here. I'm gonna trade some things for you. So you can pawn check him actually. Pawn at c2.
c2, yeah.
Sure. And then you can take the knight.
Yeah.
And maybe queen at g6 could be fun for you.
Queen to g6, which is check, yeah.
Let me see. Are you threatening? I think you just play queen takes g2. It's a free pawn. Now you're threatening his rook, you're threatening his pawn. Oh, just roll up moves. They're trying to flag us. Any move is fine. Just roll up moves.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep rolling up moves. Yeah, that's the only way we ever lose is flag. So just gotta roll up moves at some point. Just move the bishop. Yep. Play d4 so you can get your pieces developed. D4.
Yeah,
yep.
okay. Knight takes knight?
Yeah, you can play knight takes knight. That's fine. And then bishop. Well, hold on. Maybe just knight f3. And then you could castle.
Yeah. And then I was thinking of playing rook e1 with the aim of, say, Oh, I can see what he's trying to do. They're trying to check us on on
You could put a
H2,
pawn on e5 to try to block that off.
E5. Yeah.
And you can just take his bishop. It's a free bishop. So I like pawn at h6 here.
H6. Yeah.
And if he takes that, you have knight at f6. Check.
Do I just take the queen?
Sure. I like queens.
um,
You probably have mate here. I like knight at e7 to start off
Knight
with.
at E7. Yeah.
And
And
then
then
pawn takes pawn, and then you can stick a bishop in there after that. Pawn takes pawn, and then bishop at h6. New bishop at h6. And then move your undeveloped bishop to g5.
G5, but you've won anyway, so well
Yeah,
done.
so your c1 bishop could have moved to g5, and I think it was
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
If not, it was real close to mate. And you didn't even need the queen. That's looking good. You could castle, I guess. Yep. Take with your d pawn. And
Yeah.
if he... Okay, now you need to pin his knight. So your undeveloped bishop should go to g5. Because otherwise your e4 pawn would be hanging. Okay.
Should I take the knight with the
Yeah,
bishop?
sure, you can take the knight. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking of putting a new bishop on F5.
Let me get you some stuff here.
Okay.
I'm gonna trade a little bit. So you can put a new knight on d5 to tempo his queen.
D5, not that piece.
Okay, now maybe a
Knight.
bishop on f5.
Okay, yeah. Queen mates if they don't do the right move here.
Yep, and you have a queen, as luck would have it.
Yep.
Great job. Yeah, so his bishop move was very bad. He's prevented his own development. That's something
That's
you
what I
wanna
thought, yeah.
avoid yourself. So you could just develop as normal, get your knight out, and move d6 at some point, and you're in good shape. But he's basically wasted a tempo. So now he's just the tempo down.
Yeah. Should I just castle here?
You could castle. That's fine. Or you could play knight takes pawn. That's a free pawn. Okay, now probably just d6 to defend the pawn. In case he takes your knight. Yeah, you can just take that back.
And then I wondered if I should play knight to g4. Or maybe
I would
bishop.
here. I would probably just develop your rook, like rook to b8, and grab the open file.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a principled chess move. You can play pawn takes pawn,
Yeah.
and maybe move your bishop to b4, tickle his queen a little bit.
They've obviously missed her.
Oh, okay. Well, that worked out better than expected. Now you have 2 free pawns to choose from.
So if I do I
You
think
either
I'll
have knight
do.
takes pawn or rook takes pawn. They're both great. Oh, now you have knight takes bishop.
Yeah, and then if they do knight takes knight,
Queen
I've got
queen
queen
takes.
takes
Yeah,
knight.
you're doing awesome over there. Great job.
And we've won by resigning, which I don't really agree with in principle, but
Yep, but
I'm
we'll
not
take
going to
it.
refuse a win.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon resigning should require partner consent.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
anyway,
Yeah, so you could play pawn takes pawn and then do something
yeah,
about your bishop there.
I'll retreat, I think. I was thinking of playing knight to c3, just developing my knight.
Maybe d4 is a little better because it helps you get more pieces in the game. And now your knight move is pretty good. Okay, he has a weakness now. His weakness is on c7. So your instinct should be bishop to f4 to attack the weak c7. So first save your bishop. You can play bishop to a4. Your b3 bishop is under attack, so you can just move that. And now knight takes bishop.
Interesting.
Now maybe just knight takes b5. That looks somewhat free.
Knight takes b5, the pawn.
Yep, looks like a free pawn to me, unless I'm missing something.
It looks free to me as well.
Maybe a
And
pawn on c7, and you could
c7, yeah.
work some pieces. Now you can take its knight for free, I guess.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could retreat your knight, or you could defend it. You could retreat it to c3, or you could play a4.
I'll put it on. Play pawn a4. I've got in mind I can put a new
Okay, and
knight on c7.
now you probably bring that knight back.
Okay.
Okay, now you can ignore that. You can move your existing knight to e5, tickle his queen a little bit.
Yeah. New knight to c7. Fox, queen, and rook.
Remember, a rook is worth the same, so it's probably better. I like knight at g5. Knight at g5 attacks the queen, and it also double
g5.
attacks f7 with your knights.
Yeah.
So winning a pawn is better than trading a piece. Okay, I would take the bishop first, because you still have your threat. And now you can take the free pawn. Probably with your g knight, but they're both fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep attacking him. Knight check, I guess. Knight at e5 probably. Okay, that's fine. Pawn check. Just check him every move. You could put a pawn on h6. Just roll up. Just roll up moves at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
Bishop takes pawn. Just roll up moves. Any move is fine. You really need to roll up moves, man. Like we're gonna lose the flag again here.
Oh, I've got.
Yeah. This is just the only way we lose. You got to roll up moves. You had a crushing position. All right. Oh, on to the next one. Just keep developing. Develop your king's bishop. Yep, that's reasonable. Develop your knight. Push to d6. Okay.
We have won for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we'll take it.
Oh, he's gone with the King's Gambit.
Yeah, you can just take the pawn. So put a new pawn on e3.
E3, yeah.
See, you're not allowed to do that in chess, but in bughouse, you get to. Now you can pawn check him and take his knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take the knight. Taking the
Should
knight
I
is fine.
underpromote? Because it'd be check with a knight.
Ah,
Or should
no, just promote to queen. It's fine.
Yeah, okay then.
But after that stall, let's think about this a little bit. So right now his queen is attacking that pawn. So
Yeah.
if there's a way that we could defend that pawn, then that would be preferred. Maybe maybe new bishop at h6 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And now pawn takes bishop is fine.
Yeah.
He might sack his queen, but I don't think it's very good for him. Let's see. Okay, watch out. He's threatening the scholar's mate. So you could put a pawn on e6 to block off the bishop.
E6, yeah.
Old queen. A queen is bad. Okay, now you can put a knight on d4 check, and then knight takes queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just grab the queen. I'm fairly safe now. I was not safe before, but we have safened up.
I was thinking of a new knight on, say, C5.
Maybe a new knight on c1 looks good, because then it also covers the e2 square. And then he can't move back. He
Okay,
has to
yeah.
move into your territory. And now you could try just a pawn check, followed by c5. Maybe you have mate, actually. New queen at, what is that, b4? Queen at b4 protected by your bishop. That looks
Yeah,
pretty nice.
that looks good.
Great job. So yeah, you won pieces there and you were attacking. That's what we like to do. So you can take that pawn. This is another
Okay,
King's
my
Gambit.
opponent has gone for a King's Gambit again.
Yeah, so now you want to save your knight somewhere.
Should I move it to E5?
Maybe d4 is a little better. e5 is fine, actually. e5 or d4, they're both good. So now you have a pawn in hand, and you're threatening to drop it in his business. So pawn check and then take the free knight. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Don't take the knight. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Put a new knight at d5 check.
New knight E.
Sorry,
D5?
d5. Yeah, d5 check.
Yeah.
And then I think a pawn or bishop is going to mate there for you.
I think bishop mates. I'm going to play bishop to F7.
Yep.
And that is checkmate.
Great job.
Okay, your opponent resigned.
So generally you want to get your king's bishop out here.
Yeah. And then I was okay. Your opponent didn't move in the game.
Yeah, that was weird.
Thanks to the friend requests on chess.com, I will accept, but after I've finished playing.
Okay.
That's to, I assume, one of you viewers.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It might be one of our previous opponents too. Not sure. Yep, so just keep developing. At some point you want to get d6 in. And
E6 and then bishop to somewhere,
yeah,
yeah.
d6. One of the reasons d6 is so important is that it guards f5. So you can't drop things in your business there.
Okay,
Bishop
yeah.
takes bishop looks pretty good for you. That looks good. Maybe a new bishop on h6.
H6.
h6, it pins the queen, and
Yeah.
his dark squares are pretty weak there. Maybe a pawn at f4.
F4, yeah.
That looks pretty good for you. Let's see. Where do I want to move this? We'll just go back.
Shall I just take the bishop? I'm going to.
Sure. Uh, Go here for now.
I was wondering about a new pawn on D4.
What about a rook at a1? I think I like rook at a1 because it kind of forces the
Okay,
issue.
yeah.
You get him in a bit of trouble over there. And now you could just put a pawn on d4, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Oh, now I take the queen.
Sure. Yeah, I like queens. Great
And
job.
you've won.
Yeah.
Okay, my opponent has developed his queen very early. In fact, he's took 2 moves to develop it to
Okay,
f3.
knight f6 is probably good for you. Just
Knight
just
f6,
get
yeah.
your other knight out so he doesn't have any shenanigans. And now maybe knight d4. You could tempo the queen, or you could just push your d pawn to d6. That's good too. But yeah, you have great development over there. Okay, nice.
Obviously, I've got great development because my opponent resigned for some reason.
Yeah, that helps.
So my strategy for the opening is basically to play normal sort of moves.
Yeah, your strategy
As
should be just to
yeah,
develop. You want to get your
as
pieces
if
up to useful
yeah,
squares.
as if I was just playing a normal game of chess. So
Yeah,
standard
exactly.
things like knight f6, knight c6, bishop, and bishop somewhere and castling.
Yep, I like it.
My opponent has not moved for absolutely ages.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Maybe he'll figure out how to move someday. But till that time, we can just kind of let that happen. The one thing to keep in mind is when he does start moving, he's going to have some pieces to attack you with. So just make sure you're
Right.
safe over there. So just watch out for moves that attack f7. If he attacks f7,
Okay.
you might have to be a little defensive.
Right. Okay.
But you do have some extra pieces to play with. Last entry says new king's pawn open the Rhydon variation. I'm not familiar what that is. There's actually a streamer called Radon, so when I saw Rhydon, it reminded me of Radon. But yeah, let's dance. Yeah, I don't really know chess openings. I just kind of have played this for many years, so I kind of moved by instinct. Oh, this guy just hung a rook for some reason.
I certainly don't know chess openings. Well, I know some of them, but not that one. My opponent has less than 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think he's gonna flag then. Hey, Rotexes, thanks for watching. Let's go here. We'll get this rook involved. Yeah.
Okay, we've won on time.
Yep.
Certainly, I would take that. And we have another new game.
Yeah, just roll up moves. That's a good move. I like it. You could push your e pawn maybe, something like that.
Yeah, and then I was thinking of playing bishop to.
Maybe just knight takes knight there. It's probably good.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you can put a new bishop on h4, the tempo of the queen.
H4. Not that one.
Is this queen free? Maybe just take the
Shall I
queen.
just take the queen?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that might be useful.
Okay. Maybe bishop takes knight, followed by new bishop at c6.
Yeah.
New bishop at c6, and you're forking the rook and the king.
Yeah, that means the rook,
So
doesn't it?
you can win a free rook there. Might be helpful later. And now you could drop a knight check. Knight at c6.
Yeah.
And maybe knight takes, or actually move your knight to g8, and then you have knight takes bishop. I'm offering a queen trade here, but you look pretty safe. I'll just throw a pawn in there somewhere. Actually, maybe just move your bishop. Bishop to e2. I think bishop e2 is a little safer. Now you have knight takes rook. Queen takes knight.
And then I
And
was thinking of putting a new queen on f6, which surely
yeah,
that is mate.
yeah, surely. Great job. Thanks for the follow from Vartexes. I really appreciate it. I don't speak that language, unfortunately. It looks like Spanish, so apologies. I'm not good at foreign languages. I just speak English. But welcome on in anyway. So keep developing.
a6.
No, develop your bishops and your knights.
Okay.
Take with your d pawn. Now, if he takes the okay, hold on. Sack your bishop. Bishop takes pawn check.
Bishop takes pawn check.
And if he plays king takes bishop, which he will, then you can move your queen to d4 check, and then queen takes knight.
So it's a Roy Lopez exchange variation, bughouse variation.
Yep, exactly.
Right, okay.
So he can't castle, and you've basically made even trades. So this is great for us.
Yeah.
Queen takes knight. Yep. Now you're threatening a pawn. Okay, you could try pawn at f4, I guess.
Pawn at f4.
Yeah, to just attack his bishop.
In fact, doesn't that win the bishop?
I think so. Maybe he has a way out of it, but I don't see it.
Because he can't move backwards because he's sort of blocked his own bishop in with that.
Yep.
And if he doesn't move it, it's check with pawn takes bishop. So,
Yep.
and he's obviously realised that and resigned. Yeah.
Yep. Let's keep developing. Hold on. You can play knight takes e5 here. That's a free pawn.
And then I was thinking about doing knight. Sorry, bishop takes knight, and assuming they take back.
Right. I like bishop takes knight. Although if he plays pawn at e2, then you might have to play queen takes pawn first. If he puts a pawn on e2, attacking your queen, then you might have to play queen takes pawn first. Unfortunately, we're in a bit of a bind on time here. If we're up time, this is just a win. Okay, queen takes pawn, and then bishop takes knight. Bishop takes knight. And if he takes back your bishop, you have bishop takes pawn check.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of earlier.
Yep.
Oh, he's blocked it. So do I just retreat the bishop, or do I do king takes knight?
You can play king takes knight. Yeah, I like it.
And then I was thinking of playing rook e1.
Maybe just develop your other knight. So knight to c3, because that defends your king square at the same time, and it unites the rooks. Yeah, king to d1, I guess, is your knight defense.
d1.
Yeah, king d1.
Yeah, okay.
So at this point, a pawn is very good for me. Unfortunately, we're down time. The time is really killing us here. If we're up time, this is just an instant win.
Do you want me to sack a piece for a pawn, or
if your guy moves, unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna move. He's gonna force me to make moves, which is gonna be bad for us. But not much we can do here. So I'm gonna just roll out a move here. Okay, the time's getting a little better. Okay, play knight takes pawn.
let me check. Do you
Oh,
want me
okay, just drop a new bishop at e2.
e2, bishop at e2? Okay.
Sure. If he takes your... Okay, knight takes knight.
Yeah.
King to the left. Your knight guards, you're fine. King to the left. Rook takes queen.
Cool.
Okay, now you can play knight takes rook.
Knight takes rook. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, great
And we
job.
win.
Yeah, I managed to cheese a mate over here. Just needed to make up some time, which you did. So great job there. Push your e-pawn, e6,
Right.
e6.
Yeah.
And if he sacks, just take it. Okay, get your king's bishop out. Take the knight.
Yeah, okay. He sacked the knight. Um,
Yep.
should I go
Straight down.
G
King straight down. Straight down.
to
Straight down. Straight
F8?
down. Yep. That's the whole point of moving the king's bishop, is it gives you a left square. So now a queen mates
Okay.
you. Now a queen mates you, but without a queen, you're in good shape. Again, our problem is time. If we're up time, we're just crushing on both boards. But now I have to hold pieces for a long time, and I will try my best to do that. Let's see how I would accomplish that. It's going to be a little bit rough. Does a rook mate you? I guess it doesn't quite mate you. All right, we'll go
Yeah,
here.
I'm assuming my opponent is sitting waiting for a queen here because
Yeah,
they haven't
he
moved for
is.
absolutely ages.
Yep.
This is what I tend to do when I'm playing Bookhouse.
Okay.
Okay.
So don't worry about your queen. Actually play bishop takes knight, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so now maybe put a bishop on h5 and don't worry about your queen at all. Knight takes knight. Knight takes knight. Okay, so now you're guarding a lot of those key squares.
Should I just place a pawn on
Yeah.
e7?
Yeah, you can place pawns down. You'll be fine.
Because I'm in check, so.
Yep. I may have to trade queens here. I think you're okay with queens, though. Alright, I'm going to trade queens.
Okay, my opponent has not moved for ages.
Yep, that's great for us. Okay, you can move that knight, because that's not a key piece. You can move that e4, knight e4.
Yeah, okay.
I think just pawn takes pawn. King takes. Now it gets a little bit tricky. New bishop at g6. I think bishop
Should I
takes
do
bishop,
bishop?
maybe. Yeah,
The bishop takes bishop.
sure. Maybe knight takes knight. I don't know. It's getting tricky over there. Place a queen on f2, f7. Queen at f7.
Queen f7.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
we've won on time.
Yeah. Your position was a little sketchy at the end. He has pawn takes pawn, then you have king back. So you
Yeah.
probably need to lose a few pieces, but not a big deal. I think a new
Oh,
bishop at e4 could be good for you.
new bishop at e4. Okay.
And then maybe just knight takes bishop.
Yeah.
Now you're getting in there. I like knight takes knight, and then you could put a knight where you were before.
Yeah, okay. So you can sleep with queen, aren't they?
Pawn check. Or knight takes pawn, they're both good. You could do knight takes pawn. I like knight takes pawn. And then new knight at e4.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna have mate there eventually. So I like pawn at d2. New pawn at d2.
d2. Okay,
Yeah, pawn at d2 check. If he takes with queen, you take it. Now put a new knight at g3.
I haven't got a knight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Put a queen at new queen at f2.
And is that mate? Not quite.
Oh, not quite, but we're getting there. Now like pawn check, probably mate. Or you can move your existing knight to b4 for mate. They're both good.
So where?
You have a knight that's on c6, and you can move it to b4 to check him.
That is actually checkmate, yeah.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, and pawn check was also mate, but I find it more fun when you can move on the board, so using less pieces.
Okay, your opponent has resigned.
Yep. You just take the pawn, and then you tempo his queen. Oh, he didn't even move his queen. Here I like bishop check. And then pawn takes pawn.
Yeah.
And now you've basically won a pawn there. And there's some clever moves here. You could play queen to f6. It's a fun variation. Or you could just retreat your bishop. It's up to you.
Oh, let's go with a fun variation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's content, isn't it?
Indeed. Okay, so now we move your queen to f6.
It is. My queen.
Your queen.
Anywhere.
Sorry, queen to c6. Queen c6. My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
So the idea here is if he takes your bishop, then your queen is attacking c2. You could drop a pawn at c2 or a knight at c2. Okay, now you have bishop takes pawn check.
And then if he does knight takes bishop, I can do queen takes
Yep,
knight, can't
queen takes knight. Looks pretty good.
And then surely I just win the rook here, don't I?
Well, it depends. If he moves his bishop to interpose, then his queen guards his rook. But in that case, you have
Yeah.
new knight in. Knight at c2 is very good for you.
Yeah.
New knight at c2 check. And now if he moves his king, you have mate. And if he plays queen takes, okay, now you can put a pawn check. That's pretty good for you.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
Very good. And you can castle. And here are just like d3.
E3.
D3. You push your d pawn.
Yeah.
Um, and now knight takes knight. I realize it hangs your queen, but that's okay.
Okay.
Move your knight to f5, your existing knight, the one that's attacked.
With the idea, I assume, of taking the pawn on g7, giving check.
Yep. That's the plan.
And then a pawn on d. Sorry, e6. Do you think?
You could take f7. F7 is a free pawn,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and it also kind of attacks his king a little bit more. Hey, Raven is now.
Knight takes knight, I'm assuming.
Yeah, knight takes knight is great. Knight is helpful to me too. Okay, so now maybe you could throw in, or you could move your existing bishop to e6. I think that's probably best.
To give check. Yeah.
Let's see if he wants to sack his queen. Okay, now you could drop a new knight in at f7.
I notice you've got a rook for me. Should I just play rook d7 check?
Well, I'm not sure if that necessarily mates for you. So,
Uh,
maybe there's a better move. I'm not sure. Um, let, let's see. Uh, Maybe just a new knight at f5.
knight at f5. Yeah.
And I think he has only one move. And after that, you could play probably knight takes rook is good for you.
I mean,
Oh, well, there you take knight takes queen. That looks favorable
yeah.
for us. And you want to keep attacking, or you can play knight takes rook even. Knight takes rook is good.
I'm sure queen f7 is mate.
Yeah, that looks like a good idea. I like it.
Obviously, depending on what they move, but yeah, queen f7 has to be mate, doesn't
Yep,
it?
I like it. Great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
There we
he
go.
didn't have any knight attacks on you because your knight actually guarded against the smothered. So you were in a good position there.
Yeah, I mean, when he placed that knight, I was like a bit worried until I realised that actually, yeah, I could just do knight takes knight. My opponent has not moved in this game yet.
Yep. Maybe he'll figure out how to move later, or he might never figure out. Never know. We'll see. So anyway, Raven is now. We are playing Bughouse. I'm gonna put the rules in the chat in case you're not aware of what Bughouse is. Bughouse is a game played by two players. Played by four players in teams of two. Oh, knight takes pawn, so that's a free pawn. We always want the free pawn rather than the trade. Okay, so this is actually a tricky opening that he's found. So hold on, let me get you something here. Um, this is this is a little bit tricky. I think the variation here is actually move your knight back to g4, because then that prevents his queen from
Four.
coming in. Your knight that's on e5 can move back to g4.
Okay. I was thinking about doing bishop takes the f7 pawn,
Yeah,
which
it's kind of a tricky opening because he's attacking a lot of things at once, and I've gotten tripped up there with like a wrong move order sometimes. So, um, basically, he has some tricks if you do that, because then his queen can take some things. For example, his queen is attacking g2. Okay, so here I think you just play h3, and then if you play h3, um, I you can play pawn takes bishop, and now his queen is not okay. Bishop takes pawn. Yeah, that's the right pawn. The queen takes knight, and you're still pretty safe here. Great job.
and you've won. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. The opening he was playing was actually very tricky. And he might not have known all the variations, so you might have been able to get away with imprecise moves, but he might have been trying to theory you there. Okay, get your king's bishop out. Take the bishop. Pawn takes pawn. Knight takes knight.
Knight takes knight, yeah.
Yep. And then get your other knight out. Knight f6. Straight down. Here I like bishop at h5, because it attacks the queen and it also defends f7. Bishop at h5. So whenever you can attack and defend at the same time, that's always a helpful move to throw in. And now you can actually push h6, or you can put a new pawn at h6, because you want to kick the knight out of there.
Yeah, okay, I'll play one of my existing pawns. Should I do knight takes pawn, knight takes e4?
Here I like d6. You push d6 and you're threatening bishop takes knight.
Yeah, okay.
And it gets you a little bit more active than before. Okay, so
Okay.
now you should worry a little bit. Maybe just put a pawn on f7, new pawn on f7, and you guard all the weak squares. And then if knight takes bishop, you can take back with knight, and you're still perfectly safe.
Yeah. I was thinking, sorry, new knight f4.
Yeah, or you put a knight at h4, and I think it accomplishes a
Oh,
similar thing.
yeah, so my plan is to play knight takes g2 check.
Yeah.
Okay, they've
Okay,
castled.
so let's wait here. Because you might have something here. Let me see if I can get you some things. Um, uh, okay, let's try. Man, a knight is really good for you. Actually, just put a pawn on h3. And I'll see if I can get you some trades. I think I can get you a queen trade. Okay, pawn takes pawn. And then you could take that bishop. Knight takes bishop. And maybe move your existing bishop to g5. Queen takes bishop. And now you're threatening to move your knight to f4. Move your knight to f4. And I think you're going to be in business over there.
Do we have a checkmate? Because I have a queen here as well that you've given
Yeah,
me.
that seems pretty helpful. Okay,
Yeah,
I need to make
they
up
move
a
the
little
king.
bit of time, but I think we can
Yeah,
manage.
they move the king. Surely I just place a queen on g2, don't I? I don't see how that isn't mate.
Yep, that looks favorable. All right, let's see. Maybe we go here. Okay. Well.
Well, they're not moving, so I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what I do when I've got an
Yeah.
opponent that has
I'm
mate
I'm
and
just
one.
trying to
Um,
figure out how I proceed, and I think we're doing okay so far. Um, just go here. Okay, I don't think that's a problem. We go here. Take that. Okay, great
no,
job.
we have one on time.
Yep.
Although I did have checkmate in one move.
Yep.
Oh, do you want me to do bishop takes bishop here?
Sure. Yeah, I like bishop takes bishop.
And then,
Maybe move your existing knight to g4.
yeah.
Oh, sack your knight. Knight takes pawn.
Okay. Another knight on g4. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
another knight on g4 sounds good. Knight takes pawn check. Very favorable for us.
That wins queen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Shall I just take the queen? Yeah.
Okay, now you could put a new knight on d4.
And
And if he takes that, you can take back with your knight.
we can exchange knights and then I'll win the bishop, don't I?
Yeah, but instead of doing that, you might want to attack. So let's wait and see where he goes.
Okay.
Let's plan out
Yeah.
some attacking moves.
Because I've got queen. I haven't developed the queen yet, and it could go in various places for a check, couldn't it?
Okay, sounds promising.
So I was thinking of something like queen g5.
Maybe bishop at h6 to start off with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then bishop takes pawn check. And then you can move queen g5. Because now he can't really block like he could before. That's a little bit better for us.
And I've got another queen here. So I
Yeah,
was thinking
I
of.
think you could drop a queen on e2 for mate, or you could drop a bishop on e3 and mate him later. It's up to you.
We'll go for the mate straight away.
Okay.
E2 mate. So queen e2.
Oh yeah, well it's not quite mate, but it looks like you made him one
It's
there.
covered by the knight, but then I can move my either queen to g2, can't I?
Yep, looks promising. As it turns out, I also have a good position.
Yep,
Great job.
there we are. Should I
You,
do bishop
you could,
takes knight?
yeah, you can take the knight and then play e5 after that. And if he takes the pawn, you have knight takes pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, knight takes pawn. That's pretty good for you. You can play pawn takes pawn here because the queen trade is good for me. And if you take back with rook, you're helping your development. Okay, here I like queen takes queen for you.
Queen takes queen. Okay, yeah.
Yep. And
And
after
then
that, I think you can either you can castle or you can move rook to d8. They're both good.
or castle just to get the king to safety. I was thinking of doing knight takes pawn on, but you've won the game anyway, so
Yeah, knight takes pawn is a great move after that, but you might as well develop a piece before you do that.
yeah.
So always try to get all your boys into the game when you can. So yeah, just keep developing. You can ignore his pawn move. So maybe push e5 at this point, because if the knight moves away, now you are attacking d6,
Yeah.
and maybe I could get you a pawn for that. Hey, Gilly. Oh, nice, Gilly. That's good to hear. Okay, so you can wait a little bit here, or you can castle. Castling's fine too. So you could
Oh,
either wait
castle.
for, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so here you have to be a little bit careful because he's double attacking your pawn. But you could put a bishop on d6 because that defends your pawn, and it's also attacking some stuff. So if he puts a pawn on c7, then you would play bishop takes bishop. But uh, otherwise, oh, that's, oh, put a knight on c7, new knight on c7 check, then you can take his rook.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, take the rook. So if knight takes knight, you have queen takes knight. And now you have, your bishop is hanging, so probably just bishop takes knight. I like bishop takes
Yeah.
knight, followed by queen to e2. Queen to e2 attacks his knight and defends your bishop. Okay, so now play bishop takes
Should I?
pawn, because the pawn is good for me. I know it's a sack, but it's
Okay.
okay. It's okay. You've already won a bunch of pieces, so we're good. Um, and if he takes your bishop with the pawn, you could always play queen takes knight.
Yeah.
So hold on after he moves, because I might try to get you some stuff.
Yeah, okay. My opponent has
Here
actually just.
I like d4 to launch your bishop. I guess d3 is okay too. d4 or d3, they're both good.
Okay, I'll play d4.
Okay,
And you
you
will.
gave me enough pieces that I got my guy. But your idea at the end here could have been a potential queen sack. Queen takes g7, and then because you
Yeah.
have your bishop on c1 can support the attack.
Yeah. Okay. My opponent is going for scholars meat.
Okay, don't let him do
Just.
that. So you could play g6 as a possibility,
Yeah.
or you can move your queen out. There's a bunch of possible ways of dealing with it. Okay, now be a little careful. Maybe new knight at d6 is probably safest. New knight at d6 to attack the bishop and also defend f7.
A knight at where? Sorry.
At d6, D is in dog, in front of your queen, d6, defending f7, and also attacking the bishop.
I can't move the knight to there.
No, you have. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't given you a knight. My bad. Here's a knight. So now you can put a new knight in. My bad.
Right, there we are. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Queen takes knight. That's a free knight.
Yeah, and then I've got knight takes bishop, as you said.
Yep. Watch out. He might push his d pawn to try to attack your queen. Okay, he didn't do that. Maybe
Shall I
your
play knight
c knight could jump into d4 to attack the queen.
Yeah, and it attacks bishop as well at the same time.
Yeah. Maybe here you don't need to worry about mate anymore. You could play queen takes pawn at this point. I think I like queen takes pawn because queen. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you're being very aggressive there. I think it's going to pay off. Let's see which way. I guess we'll take this way. So
what about
that looks
knight
like
takes queen?
a free queen. Yeah, I like free
Yeah,
queens.
that's what I
Okay, so
literally just
now
noticed that.
you could take the free rook. Queen takes rook.
Yeah. Shall I
All
take the
right,
knight?
sure.
And then I might do knight takes
Yeah,
the bishop.
knight takes bishop seems good. And you can move that knight right back to where it was.
Yeah.
Great job.
And you
You
want
fed me a
well
ton of
then.
pieces. So, Gilly, if you're still in the chat, could you explain what you mean by that? Are you saying that the sprint and ultra could have a different time rather than 3 minutes? Or ultra could have a different goal rather than 150 lines? Is that what you mean? 'Cause if so, that sounds pretty cool. Keep developing, partner. You can, yeah, it's a good move. Get your other knight out. Yeah, perfect. And remember, you have a sack here.
So we
Bishop
did
takes
this
pawn.
one before, didn't we?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think you could just retreat your queen, probably to e7, but
Yeah.
the position looks pretty solid over there.
And
Let's see. Okay, so now maybe move your knight to g4. It's defended by your bishop, and he may sack his
yeah.
queen, but if he doesn't, then you can maybe attack him a little bit.
Oh, can I move the queen to
Maybe you
h4?
just I'm not sure if but you could try it. Actually, that looks fun since he doesn't have a bishop. If he had a bishop, it would be a little scarier. But without a bishop, that look okay. You can actually ignore that and put a pawn on g2.
G2. Okay, yeah.
And if he takes your queen, you take his rook and promote to queen.
Yeah.
And you have a pretty crushing attack there. Okay, I think you still take his rook. Just grab that rook. Oh, there might have even been better there, but this is still pretty crushing. Okay. So
Should I play rook
I think yeah,
to
throw in new rook at f2.
yeah?
Yeah, I think we
Let's
should have
just
done
check.
that last move. So that was maybe a blunder on my part, but you're still crushing. Okay. So let's think about this. Oh,
Just
actually,
thinking of
you have a funny move here. You have a mate threat, but it's a unusual mate threat. You can play knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 check. And he is forced to play pawn takes knight, and then you have pawn at c4 checkmate. Because now your queen covers. Pawn at c4.
C. E4.
No, C. Pawn at C4 check.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's a weird mate pattern. Don't see that very often.
Okay, they've blocked their own centre pawn in with their bishop move.
Okay. Okay. Maybe E6 so that you can launch your bishop.
Yeah,
Pin
so I was
his
going to
knight.
play.
Bishop to B4. Pin the knight. And now
Yeah,
you're threatening knight E4 potentially if he doesn't deal with this.
yeah.
You can play bishop takes bishop. Actually, you can ignore that. Just play knight E4. I like knight E4.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. Let's think about this. I think you play. Uh, Hold on. Let me think. Knight takes knight is what I like here. Okay. Now I want you to put a new queen on A1. New queen on A1, and
Yeah.
you're gonna have checkmate here. Um, but it's gonna be a little bit unusual. Um, okay. Now you have bishop takes pawn checkmate, but he should have interposed the queen instead. If he'd interposed the queen, then you would put a new bishop on b2, and then it would be just
Yeah.
mate in one after that. Oh, great job. You can take that. Knight takes knight.
Yeah.
You
Do
could
you
play
want me to do knight?
knight takes pawn.
Pawn?
I think is fine.
Yeah.
And now maybe just retreat that knight.
Which one?
The one that's under attack.
Okay.
Push your d pawn up to d4 to defend your knight.
Shall I take the queen?
Yes, that sounds like a good plan. You could just take the pawn.
Um.
Pawn takes pawn. Seems fine.
Yeah.
Great job.
And they've resigned.
Yeah. Yeah, so your d pawn push had a double purpose. You attacked the queen and
Yeah.
defended the piece. Always good when you can do two things at once. Less Dantry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know any openings. But you came in here and said that oh, never mind. I guess this was the joke that you put in the chat earlier.
Well, I haven't had an opening named after myself yet.
And take with your d pawn,
Okay. Yeah.
and then you sack your bishop, and queen d4, and you grab the knight back.
Well, at least I've learned a new opening in Bughouse and today.
Yeah, this is a very helpful opening to know. It basically it allows you to equalize the position, and he can't castle, and your development is better.
Okay, they've resigned.
Yep. You can castle there.
So I played d3.
Okay, knight takes pawn. That's a free pawn.
Yeah.
Knight takes pawn. Knight takes f7. And you fork in some things. Take the queen first, I guess.
Might as well.
Okay, hold on. Let me get you some stuff. Actually, you have a tactic here. You can pawn check. So drop a pawn to check him. And after he plays king takes pawn, you move your existing knight to d5.
d5.
Yeah, knight d5 check. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me get you some things. You can pawn check. Knight takes knight. And then you're gonna have queen takes bishop. Although maybe you check him first. Nah, queen takes bishop is fine. So if he plays knight takes pawn check, I think you move your king to d1. We'll see if he does that. Okay. So in that case, you probably have, well, hold on. Let's just put a bishop on f7. I think that's a good start.
New bishop on f7, yeah.
And then new rook on d7.
d7. This is cool and queen, yeah.
And move your existing bishop that's on c1 to h6. And whatever you interpose this, you can take with either the bishop or the queen. But your guy isn't. Oh, he is moving. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Good job. You can castle. Take with your d pawn. Pawn takes pawn.
Yeah.
Bishop takes knight.
And then they can't really. Oh, should I do bishop takes knight again?
Hold on. Hold on a second here because I'm in maybe a little bit of trouble. Let's think about this. Yeah, you can do bishop takes knight. I like bishop takes knight, followed by knight takes pawn if he takes your bishop. If he takes your queen, you can take back with the rook. Or, oh, I mean, he's in check. Yeah, knight takes pawn is good. Rook takes queen. You could play rook takes rook.
And then knight takes pawn.
Yeah, I like knight takes pawn.
As it's check.
Sure.
Knight takes pawn again.
Actually, I'd like you to develop at this point. So you have an undeveloped bishop. Maybe move it to
Okay, yeah.
e3.
Yeah.
Because then your rook guards
Okay.
the back rank, and that can be helpful for you later on. Okay, now you can take knight takes pawn is fine there now. It's defended by your bishop. Let's see. Go here. Okay, you could throw in bishop at c6. And you can probably throw in a knight check. Knight at
Yeah.
b4. I think you're
Yeah.
gonna get new knight at b3. Knight at b3 check. And if he plays
And if
bishop
it,
takes knight, which he will, you take with your a2 pawn.
yeah. And they've oh you've won. Well done.
Yeah, I have mate, but you do too. It's just your guy was sitting, so I had to make a move.
Yeah, because the rook basically is defended every square on that
Yep,
file, isn't it? So
yep, exactly. Playing 94.
94, yeah.
Your knight is under attack. And get your bishop out. Maybe you can pin his knight, or you can go to f5. They're both good.
G4, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Can you take that knight for me? I have a good thing to do with that. Thank you. And then probably just want to play e6 so that you can launch your other bishop. Yeah, you can take that bishop. And maybe just bishop e7 or something like that. You could castle, I guess. Oh, I guess we hung e4, so that's my bad. You can take that. Pawn takes bishop. And maybe if he takes back, you can put a rook on g6. New rook on g6.
G6, yeah.
G6, yeah, it's going to help you defend. I think you take with queen. Queen takes bishop. Oh, I screwed up. I hung my bishop. That was dumb of me. That's okay. We're still winning.
Do you want me to place a pawn on d5 to defend the pawn on e4?
No, I want you to push f5.
F5, okay.
Yeah, and if he en passant, he could just play bishop takes pawn. But I don't think he's going to do that. We'll see though. Let's see. Suppose I take this. Okay, so now you are better defended. You could put a new knight on h4. So you're attacking the g2 pawn. Uh, That's
Yeah, he's
interesting.
defending.
Maybe just a new bishop on h6. So you're attacking his knight and you're getting more pieces in the game. Pawn takes bishop.
My opponent has less than 20 seconds left. Do you want me to do bishop takes knight or pawn takes knight?
Bishop takes knight. It's a little better because now
Yeah,
you're
and
threatening
then
the check over there.
yeah. Yes.
Now you can play pawn takes knight.
Yeah. Should I do?
Maybe just knight takes bishop and go from there.
Yeah.
Just roll up moves. Any move's fine. Okay.
Well,
Good
you've won,
job.
so
Thanks for the follow from Shotty64. Really appreciate it. You just take the pawn.
yeah, okay.
Then maybe d4. Grab some space in the center. And now you can ignore that and play bishop to f4 to attack the weak square over there on c7. And you can wait for a pawn or a knight. Yeah, just wait for a knight. Knight's pretty good for you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get you that knight. I guess we don't want to sit it down, so maybe just play knight c3 and don't worry about that attack. Because I have a good attack too. Now you can take your undeveloped bishop and pin his knight.
Yeah.
You could just castle. Knight takes pawn.
Was that the right move?
Maybe
Oh,
knight takes knight. Looks okay for you.
yeah, okay.
New knight at c7 check. Defended by your bishop. And then you can take his rook. Knight takes rook. You're attacking his queen. And you're also threatening rook at b8. Defended. Yeah, rook at b8 is very good. Defended by your bishop. Fork the queen and the king.
Yeah.
So you were crushing over there. Great job. Defend that pawn in the middle there. That's
My
his real
opponent
threat.
is going for scholar's mate, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So he's still going for the pawn in the middle. So you could
Yeah.
just play d6 to defend it. Oh, whoops, my guy went. I didn't even notice. My bad. So hold on. Let's think about this. Maybe just play g6 to attack the queen.
Yeah.
And now you can move your knight to f6. And you can relieve the pin with bishop to d7. Bishop takes pawn. That's a free pawn. Okay, you can move that bishop all the way back to d7.
What do you reckon about e4?
How about bishop at e4?
Bishop, sorry?
New bishop at e4.
Oh, oh yeah, it attacks the queen and the rook, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's grab
Shall I take
that.
the
Let's
rook?
grab that rook. Sure, like rooks. Okay. Um. So here at like h6, it's a prophylactic move to get your king a little bit safer.
H6.
H6. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can. What about knight at h4? New knight at h4. Now you have knight takes pawn check.
Yeah. And I can, well, hopefully get the bishop out, but
Okay. Maybe you can move your existing knight to e4.
yeah. So, I mean, it's obviously threatening the queen. So let's see what they do. But I've got obviously knight f2, haven't I? Check. Obviously, depending on what they do, or I can even play bishop to
Yeah, you can
g4.
move bishop g4. I like. It's a great move.
I mean, if they
That's great board vision to see that tactic. Yeah, knight takes
do the
pawn check.
fork,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's great for you.
so often crops up on tactics puzzles on chess.com.
Yep. So you can play knight takes h2.
Yeah, and you've won. Well done.
Great job. You can just take that pawn. Bishop or pawn takes pawn. Should be fine. Um, and I think maybe just queen e7.
Queen e7,
Queen
okay.
e7 to pin the pawn. Queen takes pawn.
Yeah. And I was thinking of something like bishop. Oh, well, that's not possible now. Do you want me to do bishop takes bishop?
What about pawn at b4?
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a fair move. And now bishop takes bishop.
Yep.
So I was originally
Uh,
thinking bishop
ma-
c4.
yeah, I like bishop to c5. Save your bishop and your attack in f2 with it. So bishop to c5 looks good.
Yeah, so bishop c5 is what I meant. And
Okay. you could
Do I get a queen? I think that's
um
mate.
a queen mates for you. Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, queen is mate in one.
Okay. How about let's try new bishop at h4 check while you're waiting for it.
Okay. Oh, should I
Okay.
play?
So you have a lot of possibilities there. Pawn takes g3 is okay. Pawn check is okay. Knight check on g2 is okay. Pawn at g2 is okay. All of them are pretty crushing. So, whatever you prefer is fine.
I'll play the pawn check, I think,
Okay,
and then take the knight.
sure. Yeah, you can take the knight,
And then
and maybe you could throw a rook in there, something like that. I think a rook at
rook
f3.
to f2.
Yeah,
Sorry.
rook at f2 is very good for you. And you have checkmate in one after that. So don't move until you see checkmate in one. Checkmate in two is not acceptable. Has to be in one move.
Thank you for putting pressure on me.
You have plenty of time. You have 40 seconds to find it.
I think it is got to be a knight move, hasn't it? Well, not a knight move, but a knight place.
Okay, where do you want to place the knight? Great job.
Yeah. I think they were meant to castle, but they mouse slipped and they didn't castle.
Yep, mouse slips happen sometimes. I think my opponent just mashed the keyboard to make his username.
Um, Queen's Gambit. Should
You,
I just accept or?
um, usually I move my bishop to c5 to to attack that weak square on yeah, exactly, f5 to attack that weak square. Now you can drop
Yeah.
a pawn on c2. Or actually don't do that yet. Move your knight to c6 first to block him off. And the reason you do that is so that he can't play bishop at a4. And now that he can't, you can drop a pawn on c2. But it didn't
Yeah.
work previously
Okay.
because previously he had bishop at a4 check, and then you could take the pawn. But now you're good. You can't do that.
I'll take the knight.
Yeah,
Take the rook.
grab the rook, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think a knight might be useful because I can give a check
What
with
about
it.
just bishop takes a2? That looks like a free pawn.
Yeah. You've won. Well done.
Good job. You have pawn. Oh, you had pawn at c2 before. Watch out for those holes there. pawn at c2.
Yeah, okay.
Grab the knight. Grab the rook.
It feels like we've played this opening before.
And it's been great for us before, so let's keep playing it. Yeah, you can just take the free pawn again.
Yeah, okay.
So here you could actually play knight takes b4.
Okay, yeah.
And then if he takes it, then bishop takes pawn. And he's helped you develop. And if he takes that, you have a knight check to fork him. Knight check, grab the
Okay.
queen.
Yeah, if you can pass me a knight.
Oh, yeah. It's on the way. Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't have one yet. I'll get one. It's coming. And here it is. Maybe rook at c2.
Yeah.
And so there, like, rook takes f2. It's a free pawn. You're attacking the knight, threatening to get more pieces involved. So
Yeah.
looks pretty good all around. Pawn at b2 was also an idea. Threaten promotion. Just keep developing, get that knight out. You can just castle. Castle. There you
go. Should I take with the queen or with the knight?
Either way, doesn't matter. Just roll out
Okay.
moves.
And then I was thinking of going knight to d4 to attack.
This bishop takes knight, and then you can get your other knight involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe just push to c6 to prevent him from getting any ideas over there.
Okay, c6, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Take this. So there you can, you could try knight at c2, you could try rook at e2, or you could try pawn at e2. They're all good.
I'll go knight at c2, which is check.
Okay.
And I think, could I place a new rook at e1? Oh, no, I can't now. Shall I just take the rook?
Yeah, you can just grab that rook.
Yes. What about rook at c2?
I actually have an idea for you. How about knight takes e4? Queen takes
And then
bishop.
queen takes bishop.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then pawn at f4.
At f4 to tap the bishop, yeah.
So your queen is keeping your king pretty safe. And if he takes your knight, then he's removing his defender. Now you have pawn takes bishop, and his king is very exposed. Maybe queen takes g2. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And then if he interposes, you could have knight at f3. New knight at f3. Looks pretty good. Okay. So let's think about this a little bit. What about bishop at c2? I think I like that one.
c2.
Bishop at c2 check, and if he takes it, you have queen takes knight.
Yeah.
Oh, oops! I did not see that. My bad. But you could drop a rook.
I realised it as soon.
Rook at d2. You're still in good shape.
Yeah, as soon as I let go of the piece, I realised that one.
It's my bad. I gave you a bad move, but you're still crushing. Okay, now just rook takes bishop. So you're threatening rook takes e3. So you're winning rook takes e3. Okay. Let me try to get you some things here.
What about pawn takes pawn? Because it's
I like pawn takes pawn. That's a great move.
and it's obviously.
And now you could play rook to e2.
Yeah. You got me queen.
I did. Just roll up moves. Just checkmate him. Roll up moves. Any move is fine. Any move is fine. Great job.
There we are. Well, that's how you should win a game, by blundering a queen and still winning.
Develop your bishop. Bishop c4. Maybe just d3. Get your other pieces in play. Pawn takes pawn.
Yeah. If he takes not with the knight, take with the knight, I would assume.
You can castle. Okay, move your knight to e4. The one that's on c3. Yeah. Now you're attacking his bishop and his knight. And if he trades, it helps you grab the center. Pawn takes knight. So you are pretty well developed there. Your threat is pawn at e6, I guess. Or maybe you could develop your bishop somewhere. Alright, let me see what I want to do over here. Can you just play h3? Yeah, h3 I like, to try to get the bishop out of your face.
And then
if he takes the knight, you take back with queen. Put a new pawn on g4, and then the bishop is no longer a threat. New pawn on g4. Then you have, if he retreats the bishop, you have knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. Okay. Now maybe move your existing bishop to e3. Take the bishop.
Yeah. And then I've got the rook, on the f file.
Yep.
Staring at the f7 square.
You can take that. Bishop takes bishop. Looks pretty good for you.
Yeah.
Now you have bishop takes pawn check.
Yeah.
And if he takes with rook, then you have queen takes queen. Queen takes queen.
Yeah.
Fairly crushing.
And then do I have queen takes rook? Because it's
Yeah.
defended by the rook, and that's checkmate.
That's wonderful. We may trade queens. Oh, maybe not. We still might trade queens. Okay, pawn at e3. New pawn at e3. So that his bishop can't take your pawn. That's not e3, that's e5.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Still doing pretty good over there. Okay, now you can move your bishop to c5, or you can play pawn at e3. They're both good. Pawn check looks pretty good for you. Or a pawn at e3 is even better, I think. New pawn at e3.
Okay. And then we can have another pawn check. Well, another pawn on f2, can't we? And
Yeah,
actually, is that mate?
but if he moves his knight away, he'll have an escape square. So just
Oh,
keep that
yeah,
in mind.
okay. But you got me a queen, so
I did, yeah. Yeah, pawn checkmate
I
on
think
f2.
pawn is checkmate. I think queen is checkmate, but
Yep,
pawn checkmate is more stylish. So
it is definitely more stylish.
we'll go for that.
Always go for style.
Okay. My opponent has disconnected, Chuck, so we've
Okay.
won that one. I think my opponent's going for scholars
Yeah,
mates.
watch out. Don't get scholars mated. Take it.
And
Take it,
they've
take it.
sacked the
Yeah,
bishop.
this is where you can see where it's very important to have moved your king's bishop. Because now you're in a lot of trouble. Hold on. Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble. Hold on. Put a pawn on e6. But your life just got, I had to sack to get you that. Your life just got not happy. Okay, get your king's bishop out. Bishop to c5.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Straight down. King goes straight down. Okay. Move your queen to e7. All right. Now you are safe. So I may make some trades over here.
Right. So it's all right because king to sort of f7 and then f8. You wouldn't normally do that in a normal game.
Yep.
Clearly.
You can play queen takes bishop.
Okay.
Queen takes bishop, then king takes knight.
Yeah. Knight to d4.
Yeah, I like it.
And then, well, if they move the queen, obviously I'll do something else. If they don't, then I'll take the queen.
That sounds like a good plan.
But that's threatening a lot of forks, actually, because I'm thinking about knight e2.
Yeah, so watch your bishop. Maybe just push d6 to guard your bishop before you do anything else.
Yeah.
So another thing we haven't talked about. Okay, now you can knight check, knight e2 check.
Yeah.
Um, and then maybe just play rook to f8 to manually castle. Now you could play knight takes bishop. And you could play bishop takes pawn. That looks like a free pawn there.
Yeah.
I think you go to the right, king to the right. It's a little scary, but I think you're defended.
Okay.
Okay,
What do you think about
retreat
an
your bishop to h4.
H4?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one that's on f2 retreats, and now
Yeah.
you have a square for a knight check later on, which may
Yeah.
be advantageous.
Do you think a new knight to?
Yeah, I think new knight in check, knight at f2,
Yeah.
followed by rook
Yeah.
at h1 is going to be good for you.
Yeah. That actually does look very good.
Great job.
Yeah.
You can move your bishop to d4.
Should I take the rook?
Um, sure. That looks like a free rook. Oh, I guess we're a little worried about pawn at e7. So maybe it turns out you shouldn't have. You probably should have played knight takes knight before taking the rook. Um, but he doesn't have a pawn yet. He has to sack for a pawn. Okay, now play knight takes knight.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, now we're in good shape. Okay,
And then I
bishop
can
takes
do
knight.
bishop takes knight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're very safe. Probably d6, just so you can launch your other pieces.
Okay. Yeah.
You put a knight on d4 to harass his queen.
We'll just take the queen
Yeah,
with
a
check.
free queen. Looks
Or
good.
we would have done if you hadn't got a smart mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, you handed me a knight and a rook. What am I going to do?
Is a bishop trade here good?
I think that helps him develop. You could put a pawn on e4, or you can move your bishop to e4.
I'll put a pawn on e4.
Okay. Just play knight to c6.
Yeah.
Now you have better development than he does. You can ignore that. You can just develop your knight, something like that. You just take the bishop. I think you move your queen somewhere. Queen c8 is probably fine.
And then bishop to
Bishop b4, check, and then bishop takes knight.
yeah.
This looks pretty good. I mean, bishop takes c5. So you're forking the knight and the king on b4.
So I just take the knight here.
Yep, let's grab that knight.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so maybe rook b8, you can grab that open file. Take with your e-pawn. Bishop takes pawn. You're threatening g2, you're also threatening c5. And you have pieces to drop and he does not. Okay, so c5 is free. You like free pawns.
yeah, so I've got do you want me to do bishop takes knight?
Maybe save your bishop. You could either bishop check or you can move it back to e7. Because his knight really isn't doing anything there, so you can... Yeah, now you can retreat your bishop to e7, now that you've forced him to waste a piece. So you could try just pawn at g4 or something like that.
G4. Yeah.
Okay, so here I like bishop takes g2. And I know he can take back with knight, but after that you have new bishop at f3, forking the knight and the queen. And might as well take that queen. And you could put, you could pawn check. Yeah, I think you have a mate pretty soon there, after winning all of his pieces. And the bishop that he dropped blocking the check, it just boxed him in. Like, it didn't do anything useful. He just wasted a piece.
Okay.
Pawn takes pawn is fine for you.
Yeah.
And then maybe knight out defending the pawn again, since he's attacking it twice.
Yeah.
So you could pawn takes pawn there.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Queen.
develop your undeveloped knight, like knight f6.
Oh, knight f6. Okay.
And now you can think about sacking. Bishop takes pawn check, followed by knight g4 if he takes it. Pawn check. And then you have mate in 1 after that. So don't move until you see your mate in 1.
Is it knight there? Surely it has to be. Yeah.
Great job. Hey, Sepgol. Yeah, Sepgol found it.
Okay, he's gone with the queen.
Yeah, so just
development.
keep developing. He doesn't really have a threat on you. Get your king's bishop out. So if he sacks on you, you can just take it. Now you could either castle or you could play knight d5.
I like knight d5.
Okay. You can
And then we
fork the
do
king and
the
the queen.
fork.
Yep.
We have discovered checks. I can
And
take with
actually,
either
let's
piece.
see where he moves. Okay, play bishop takes queen. Because after bishop
Okay.
takes queen, you're gonna have knight takes rook, so you get both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe just d3 here to guard the e4 pawn.
And then I was thinking of
You could just castle there. Castling's fine.
yeah.
Hey, money. Oh, we played in over the board. Nice. Probably in Philly, I assume. Okay, rook takes knight, and then
Yeah.
king takes bishop, and he doesn't really have very many pieces, so you're doing good over there. Just take it. And if he knight checks on g4, you can go back to g1.
G1.
Yep, king g1.
Yeah.
And your knight guards g1, so you should be pretty safe, but I'm also going to get you some stuff to help you out. King h1.
King H1. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Chuck. This is going to have to be my last game. I have got to go to sleep at some point.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for partnering me. Really appreciate it. Saves me from the random pool.
And hopefully you've won. So hopefully you've enjoyed playing, and hopefully my communication with you has been good as well. Because I know
Yeah,
that
your
I do watch
communication
your streams.
was great. I think there were a few times you lost connection, but apart from that, it worked out.
Yeah.
We lost a few games on time, but not that many, and I think it was a learning experience. So hopefully you're seeing some more openings and tactical ideas. So even
Okay.
though I think I lost like 20 points, you probably lost about 20 points, but rating doesn't really matter, and we had
We
fun, and
won the majority of games,
I hope you
but
learned some
yeah,
stuff.
I did lose a bit of rating from it, but that's fine.
Yeah, but your
I-
rating's gonna skyrocket now that you've learned a few more tactics here.
yeah. So I will continue to watch your streams, and from time to time, I may partner you again.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks so much.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Thanks,
All right, bye.
and good morning from Britain.
Good wonder
Bye.
from Britain. All right. Bye. So thank you so much to blowerd for partnering me, saving me from the random pool. I think I'm gonna end here, just because I do still have one class left to teach. I have a lot of hours, but I want to get some sleep at least. I only slept 2 hours last night, so I want to sleep like a full 7 hours tonight. So I have to wake up for class in 9 hours, and so that should give me plenty of time. So yeah, thank you so much, blowerd. We're gonna look for someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. We'll probably raid Joe Bruin because I don't think we've raided him in a while. But first, let me look and see who is streaming the chess category and see if we see any variant streamers. If we see variant streamers, we'll definitely drop them a raid. Otherwise, we'll look for names we know. Is this a new person? Let me see if this person is new. We sometimes like to raid new people. Huh. Okay, so that's a possibility. Let's see. We could still raid. We could raid Joe Bruin. We could raid the Chess Tina. Let's see, is there anyone else? I guess Logic's not streaming. Logic was on in the chat earlier, but I don't see him streaming right now. Let me check out this person.
Like, why E though? I mean, I guess it blocks.
I think let's go with the Chestina. I think that's probably the good way to go here.
Maybe you need to wear a sports bra.
That was odd conversation to get into. All right, we're gonna launch the raid. Thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. I stream on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. I mostly stream this, which is Bughouse. I really appreciate everyone joining me. Thanks again to blowerd for saving me from the random pool. In a little bit under a week, I will be done my semester. I teach at a community college, so I'll be done with teaching and grading, and I just have to wait out finals, which are kind of auto-graded. So I'm going to have a lot more free time, is the long and short of it. So I have suffered from very little free time for like 6 months. So I haven't had time to watch TV or go to the gym or anything like that. And I've limited my streams to 2 a week for many months. But I'm going to be streaming a lot more after the semester's over. So we're going to try to do some weekend streams. We're going to do longer streams. So looking forward to that. So I hope you guys will join me a future stream. If you haven't followed yet, please drop a follow so you get notified of my future streams. I'm going to send you to the Chestina. She does enjoy Crazy House and Bughouse, so let her know that you like Bughouse. Drop the emotes if you have them, and have a great night, everyone.